Hello, and welcome to the Hot Dog and a Handshake Pro Wrestling Show Classic Review Series. I am Shane Price, once again joined by Jayden Ginsmeyer here for another classic review. Jayden, what are we doing this time?
We are doing WCW Halloween Havoc 1995. This show happened on 10/29/95, actually 30 years ago today as we're recording this, in front of 13,000 fans in the Joe Louis Arena in Detroit, Michigan. On the call, you'll hear Tony Schiavone, Bobby Heenan, and Eric Bischoff. And the show goes for about 2 hours and 40 minutes. Now, why are we reviewing this show? Well, I have three things written down here. Halloween. Also, it's the 30th anniversary, like I said. And awesome monster trucks.
I mean, monster trucks are always pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely. Before we get into the matches, I do want to talk about the opening of the show. There was a preview of like the monster truck sumo battle we're going to get. And then Schiavone talks about Flair getting attacked by Arn Anderson and Brian Pillman, and Heenan starts laughing, and Schiavone tells him not to laugh. It was a really funny Heenan moment. One of many that I'll bring up throughout this show.
I'm sure you will. I'm sure of it. Anyways, we'll start with the WCW World Television Championship match, which is Johnny B. Bad versus Diamond Dallas Page.
Yeah, and for those of you wondering, yes, the story of this match is that Diamond Dallas Page gave Johnny B. Bad 4 flat tires so that he would miss an episode of WCW Saturday Night and he would miss his title shot at the U.S. title. It just, what a storyline. WCW is awesome, dude.
95 WCW is just doing shit to do shit, man. I don't know what you want.
It's really funny that they had Hogan and the Giant get in the trucks, and then now they're getting out of the trucks so that later they can get back into the trucks for the sumo battle.
Yeah, well, do you expect like continuity to make sense in WCW?
No, no, I don't.
If you did, that was on you. It'd be on you. What'd you give this? I gave this a 2 3/4.
I gave it 2 1/4. I thought this was entirely too long. Like it went on for like 8 minutes longer than it should have. I don't know what the official time on it is. Do you have that? Oh, it went 17
minutes. Yeah.
Yeah. And that was just way too long for these guys. It should have been like a 9-10 minute match. So ultimately pretty mid. Also, Diamond Dallas Page, far from his peak. Like he will get much better as time goes on.
I mean, give him a couple years.
Pretty early in his run, yeah. And the next match.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Do you want to talk about the next match? Do we have to?
We got to talk about them all. That's how this series works.
Oh, one of these days we're going to be able to skip one of these episodes. It's the Zodiac, better known as... Let me pull up his list of names here. There's a lot of them. Big Brother Booty.
Of course.
The Disciple. Eddie Hogan.
Of course.
Dizzy Hogan.
Mm-hmm.
The Zodiac King Clipper. Okay. The Booty Man.
Obviously, yeah.
Brutus Beefcake.
Yeah. Brutus the Barber Beefcake. Taking on Randy Savage here. In like peak Slim Jim Savage.
Oh, dude.
He was.
Remember how in Halloween Havoc 97, Gato was wearing the colors of the Slim Jim?
Yeah.
It was like Randy Savage should have been doing that this event.
Yeah, yeah. This match was really short. It was not really much of anything. I gave it 2 stars. I thought it was just bad, just kind of bad, I guess.
I gave it 2 as well, but 1 full star for that drunk fan.
Yeah.
We got a WCW hotline plug. Remember the phone number there no longer works.
Yeah, what's he? It's 1-900-909-9900.
I think so. I'm pretty sure you're right.
I've watched entirely too many WCW pay-per-views.
Yes, you have. If you remember that phone number off the dome, yes, you have. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. We'll get to the next match though, which is Road Warrior Hawk versus Manabu Nakanishi
Mm-hmm. As Kurosawa.
as Kurosawa. Why are we getting a fucking Road Warrior Hawk singles match?
I don't know. Kurosawa, Nakanishi, Kurosawa, whatever you want to call him, he was pretty good. He was pretty cool. I liked him.
Of course, duh.
We reviewed him in other stuff too. But the Road Warriors just suck in the ring, man.
They're so bad. They're so bad. They're so bad.
I gave this 1.5 stars.
I gave it 1 2 1/4.
Sorry, my notes just randomly refreshed itself.
That's fine because I could yap about I could yap about the guy in this next match for like 20 minutes. You're fine.
I gave Road Warrior Hawk and Kurosawa 1.5.
Okay.
But before we get to the next match, we have a Mean Gene interview with Macho Man Randy Savage cutting a promo on Lex Luger. And he just randomly tells Gene that his nose looks crooked. And then Mean Gene says, "Yeah, and your beard looks crooked." And then Macho just goes, "Yeah." Like it was really quick.
It's like he knew it was crooked the entire time. He didn't fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it was so fast. It was like, "Your nose looks crooked, Gene." And he goes, "And your beard looks crooked." And he goes, "Yeah." Like he wasn't expecting a response from Gene.
What is WCW in like any period of time?
Just so much.
Did they ever make sense? Ever?
No, just mountains and mountains of cocaine.
God, wrestling rule when the coke was pure.
Yep.
They started putting baby powder in that shit, and it went to hell.
Yeah.
Next match is Mr. JL, who is the man I could totally out about for 20 minutes, Jerry fucking Lynn versus Sabu.
Yeah, just a reminder, this is not ECW Living Dangerously 98 or whatever.
Unfortunately, this is not ECW.
This is WCW Halloween Havoc 95.
Give it 3 years and a bingo hall in Philly. This is like a 4.5.
Yeah, it's crazy that we're getting a Sabu and Jerry Lynn match. It's also crazy that they had this kind of, like, they wrestled a Sabu and Jerry Lynn match.
Yeah.
In front of a mainstream audience in 1995, a time when even Tony Schiavone didn't know what a moonsault was. Like, one of them does a moonsault at one point in this match, and he doesn't know what to call it. Like, that's crazy that this match happened at this time in this place. I love after the match, Sabu gets the pin, and the Sheik is out there with him because it's Detroit, and that was like the whole thing. And he just randomly fireballs Jerry Lynn as soon as the match is over.
Dude, you can't control the original Sheik. I've watched too much FMW to know that.
Yeah. And then my note here is this is where the 8 minutes from the TV title match should have gone. This match should have gone way longer. It was too short, but it was pretty good. I gave it 3.25 still.
I gave it 3. I thought, as I said, you put it in a bingo hall in Philly, and 3 years later, it's a 4.5. 8 out of 5.
Yeah, probably.
No table from Sabu, which is funny because during his Nitro run, he used tables like every week.
And then we get the motorcycle contest winner. Some guy from Alabama wins a motorcycle, but that's not what's important.
You're missing the Dungeon of Doom here.
Oh, I skipped the Dungeon of Doom thing?
I think so.
What did they do? I must have found it interesting because I didn't write it down.
The master in WCW, King Kurosaki, is just yelling about like places in the universe, like the Milky Way galaxy in China, and then Kevin Sullivan makes because the promo makes even less sense.
Mm-hmm. Yes, the two biggest threats to the Dungeon of Doom, the Milky Way galaxy and China.
Sounds fucking like somebody I know who's currently in office.
Yeah. But the motorcycle contest thing, a guy from Alabama wins a motorcycle. There's this big promo with Hogan and everything. Cut back to Bobby Heenan and Tony Schiavone. Bobby is making fun of the Alabama guy for living in a trailer park, and he can't find the words he's looking for. And so he pauses. And while he pauses, the way Tony just turns and looks at him like, come on, what are you going to say now? It's so fucking funny. Schiavone was so funny at this one.
Dude, it's
Fed up with Bobby's shit.
I cannot believe this show is real.
Dude. Yeah.
I don't believe this show is real. I'm sorry, and we watched it. Jesus Christ, dude! Oh my god.
Yeah.
Speaking of Kevin Sullivan, Meng comes out versus Meng versus Lex Luger. All right.
Yeah,
Whatever.
that was a pretty good match. It kind of had a confusing DQ finish, but it felt like they were really going at each other, like a really hard brawl. I liked it quite a bit. I gave it 3.5 stars.
So I after watching this show, I looked up reviews just to see like, what people thought of the show. One reviewer gave us a half star.
Really?
Yeah, I disagree with that reviewer. I gave it 2. It was pretty good.
Pretty fun. Up until like that weird DQ finish, it was
I
really
can
great.
see where it's fun. But the finish kind of took me out of it. I had at 2.5 for most of the run, but the finish took me down too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The giant in the monster truck suit.
What?
The giant
cuts
his promo
in
the monster truck suit.
Yeah. Awesome. Just so cool. Dude.
Shit that rules.
Yeah.
Rules. They had to have had that custom made. There's no way.
Yeah. It's like one of those things where it's like guys will look at this and say, hell yeah, and it's the giant in his monster truck suit.
Do you think Big Show still has that? I hope so.
Yeah, I would hope so. That's awesome. You want to get on to the next match, the tag match?
Yeah, we'll do Arn and Pillman versus Sting and Flair. You'll never believe what happens at the end of this match unless you know a single goddamn thing about Ric Flair and Sting.
Yeah. This was a pretty solid match. For a non-finish, it was pretty good. It was pretty well done and well timed. But it's really funny when Flair turns. Pee Wee Anderson, we're back on this.
Oh, great. Oh, great.
He starts waving his hands in the air like crazy, like trying to get the bell to ring, but the timekeeper's just not ringing the bell.
The timekeeper does not respect Pee Wee Anderson's authority. You know what? Can we give a shout out to that timekeeper?
Yeah, that was really funny. He's just waving his arms like a lunatic, dude. And he can't get the bell to ring. I gave this 3.25. It was pretty good.
I gave it 3.5. I do like the story, and I do think that Sting and Flair are the only two guys you can consistently do this with because at some point you just gotta keep saying,
"No,
I shouldn't team up with this guy ever again."
No, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens and Sting and Flair are the only two sets of guys.
Yeah,
with.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. And then we get the monster truck fight. This was fucking awesome.
Can I say that they brought in a fucking monster truck expert on commentary for this? Yeah. Can we get like a play-by-play on this?
Oh, dude, it's really awesome. It's mostly them just because they're like chained together.
Yeah.
Mostly them just driving at each other full speed. And since the monster trucks are the exact same, they just like with different exteriors, they just don't go anywhere. And then you could tell that like, okay, now Hogan's supposed to go back. Now the Giant's supposed to go back. And like they go back and forth. It's still awesome, even though you could tell like how scripted it was. My only gripe is that I wish the explosions were bigger when they set off.
Yeah, I agree.
Um,
Um,
and then I just wrote here, just two awesome fucking trucks duking it out.
this is a widely panned segment by most of wrestling people, but this fucks so hard.
It's so awesome. And then the giant dies at the end.
Yeah,
The giant
Hulk Hogan.
falls off the building.
Hulk Hogan kills Paul White.
Yeah.
It is not slander. It's not libel. He fucking kills him.
He pushes him off the top of an arena. And then we come back and watch Randy Savage versus Lex Luger.
No, no rush to see is Paul White okay.
Yeah. Just right back into
No, just put it. We go out there. Let's do this shit. Doing it. I don't. This I like how the announcers in this match just did not give a shit.
Yeah.
They were just talking about Hogan and fucking Paul White just falling off the arena. What did you give this match?
I thought this was pretty damn good. Had another whack finish, but still really good. I think it was the best match of the night. I gave it 3 3/4.
I gave it a 2.25. That was just below average, but
I don't know if
because
you guys are new
commentary
to the
was not into
show.
it.
Every time we do WCW, I'm about 1.5 stars on average higher than Shane is.
Give or take.
Yeah, until like 97. Anytime we do WCW before 97, I am 1.5 stars ahead of him. I just
Well,
love.
like 97 on, it's a crapshoot.
Yeah, I just love this weird, dumb era of wrestling.
This is really stupid, but it's such a fun watch.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
legitimately, it's such a fun watch.
It is. And then we get Hulk Hogan and the Giant for the WCW title.
First we get Heenan taking matters into his own hands and then coming back with jack shit.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, the Hogan Giant, it's a whatever match that turns into just an utter shit show. And then I forgot this was the same Halloween Havoc. We get the Yeti.
The fucking 5-star moment of the show. The fucking Yeti comes out, and
that is not what Shivani said. He said
Yeti.
Yeti.
They sell the fuck out of this. The Yeti is like a big deal.
No, you would have thought it was Andre the Giant coming back from the dead. Like the way they sold it.
Firstly, that's not. This is everybody who's reviewed the show has said this. It's not a fucking Yeti.
No, it's a mummy.
It's
a mummy, but they call it the Yeti. It's a cold.
Second of all,
like, I don't know.
Can we talk about how a double bear hug is just two dudes dry humping you on the front and the back?
It is. That's exactly what it is. Most of professional wrestling is just dry humping. I don't know if you've realized this yet.
Yeah, you know what? You have a good point.
Yeah.
What would you give it? I guess.
I gave it 2 stars because it was dumb, but it was kind of entertaining.
I gave it 2 as well because I fucking love the Yeti.
Yeah, the Yeti.
So that
Dude,
brings us
WCW shows with like RoboCop, and now the monster truck fight and the Yeti. This company rules. And then randomly, like Jushin Thunder Liger will be there. Like it's the greatest.
And you don't want to watch like late WCW when they had Terry Funk coming out there with 2 raw chickens, 1 for each hand.
Yeah, but that's not a monster truck fight in the Yeti.
Oh come on, dude!
Campy weird stuff that they did.
Terry Funk punching Ahmed Johnson with a fucking raw chicken does not sound fun to you?
It sounds pretty fun. It sounds pretty fun. It's just I know that it's not all that. I know that it's also like Disco Inferno matches in like Conan.
And if Horace Hogan loses, he is fired. Elimination. Fuck.
Yeah, it's Vince Russo. Vince Russo's kind of weird isn't my kind of weird. That's just weird and bad. This is weird and fun. You know what I mean? I don't need a Buff Bagwell's mom on a pole match or whatever, or on a forklift or whatever it was. You want to get to the categories?
Yeah, let's get to the categories.
Best
Best
moment,
moment.
the death of the giant
Yes. there is.
when he falls off the building.
There's no other options.
MVP of the night. I mean, he died and came back to life. I think it has to go to the giant.
Yeah, no, I'll give you that.
I think you could argue Macho Man too because he had two pretty good matches. Same with Luger; they both had two pretty good matches. But I don't know. He came back from the dead. How can you not give him MVP?
Yeah,
Heat check. Is this the Yeti?
definitely. I'd say if we can't give
Oh
it to
no,
if we can't give it to the Heenan, the brain.
no! It's the monster truck play-by-play guy. It's the monster truck
Yeah,
expert.
you're right. You're right. The monster truck expert.
That's the heat check. Gear of the night, obviously the Giants monster truck suit.
Yes.
Apex Mountain. Now, I know this
This is
isn't
the.
his
This
Apex
is the.
Mountain, but for me personally, this is the best thing Hulk Hogan's ever done.
I'll give you that.
Like, I know this isn't actually anybody's Apex, but for me personally, is this the Apex for monster trucks in wrestling?
Unless you consider WCW's sponsorship with Monster Jam, give us like the Sting truck and the Goldberg truck, I would say yes.
I think a Sting truck's probably cooler.
Okay.
That's probably the Apex.
Is this
Um,
WCW's Apex?
is this WCW's Apex?
Is the monster truck thing WCW's Apex? I'm gonna say maybe.
No,
Oh no,
I
you're right.
think
It's May 9th, 2000.
for me, for my personal taste, I think it's probably somewhere in the early 90s. Like it might be Sting Vader in 92, like Starcade 92. Um, but I think overall, the apex of WCW is that few months when the Sting Hogan feud was really, really good before they absolutely like the apex is the moment before the finish of that match. Like the single second before the finish of that match is the highest it ever gets, and then they never reach that point again. That's what I would say for WCW. Surprise of the show. I think it's the Yeti. I completely forgot about the Yeti being on this show.
Oh yeah, no, I agree.
Recasting. All right. Hogan, Giant. Who are we putting in monster trucks in this day and age?
Um,
I think in
can we
America.
use Terry Funk?
No, you got to use active wrestlers. I think an American Nightmare monster truck would look awesome.
Plus, he's like the most Hulk Hogan guy we have right now.
Yeah. Um, and then for the Giant, who else would make an awesome monster truck that could be like a big heel? Obafemi, an Obafemi monster truck.
That'd be cool.
That'd be cool. I think Braun Breaker could make it for a cool monster truck. But I think it's Cody and Obafemi would be how I would do this now.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Best double feature. I think it'd be funny to watch the Yeti and the RoboCop ones back to back. Like that'd be a great double feature.
If I may throw in some 2000 WCW, add this stupidity with the stupidity of Terry Funk versus Chris Candido, right next to a live horse, and the horse kicks Terry Funk in like the gut.
Yeah, let me see. Trying to remember. Oh, man. Dude, Jerry Lynn and Sabu, this is their only like major singles match. Like they did wrestle once in ECW, but it was just on a random hardcore TV. And it was only like an 8-minute match. So I was wondering if there was a pretty big match between them. There's probably a Sting and Flair thing you could do too. I don't know. I would say the best double feature is just watching the monster truck fight twice.
That's fair.
Does this make the Criterion Collection?
Begrudgingly, no.
I know. Yeah, unfortunately, no. Classic hot dog, classic handshake. Here we can't do the monster truck fight.
So I can't give it to Paul White fucking dying.
No, we cannot. Because that is definitely what I picked it for. So I'm gonna go with Luger versus Savage.
I'm gonna go.
Actually, you know what? No, scratch that. I'm gonna go with just Bobby Heenan.
I'm gonna agree with that.
He was the best part of this show.
I'm gonna agree with that. Really, yeah. I'm gonna say that's
He
the
might
part I
just
like
be
the
the
most.
GOAT color commentator. Like he just, it's like for me, it's like him and like Nigel are like the ones in the conversation for the best color commentator in wrestling history.
Yeah,
What would you rate this show out of 10?
like a 4.
Trying to get the spreadsheet to load here. I wrote down my review right after I watched it. If this will work here. Come on. I also gave it a 4. All right. Anything else, or do you want to take us out of here? Preview next week.
Well, for next week, we're taking it even further back in WCW. We're going before WCW. God help me with the 2 shows on the vault that come from the Omni from 1987. Yeah,
One of them was from 84 and one of them's from
so
87.
84 and 87. But stay tuned for that. And as
Yeah.
always,
One
go
of
on.
them's Mid Atlantic at the Omni, the 87 one, I think, and the 84 one is Georgia Championship Wrestling at the Omni. Or maybe I have that reversed, but
I think
they're
you're
the,
right.
they're the they're the 2 oldest ones that the Vault put out. The 2 ones they put out the longest time ago. So, all right, now you can take us out.
And as always, thank you and enjoy wrestling.